Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to finish up our uh, Route 50 video here. We're going to be riding from Burlington over to the Virginia line on the other side of Capon Bridge there. And I left you on the map here and showed you a couple little routes because once you get over there, there's absolutely nothing. Like you got to either do some backtracking or slight traveling to make a circle or get back out of there. So just keep that in mind and do like you can you can ride back and go up to Kaiser there. You can ride on into Virginia and go down into Wardensville and ride 48 back through the mountains there on all the new quarter H and stuff. So I mean that's the way I went, and that's a pretty nice route there. So, but it's up to you guys there. But yeah, make sure you got a way back out of there before you just take off over there, unless you just plan on backtracking. So, but yeah, from uh, Burlington there to the Virginia line, you're looking at about uh, right underneath the 40 miles. It's, I think, 36 to 38 miles right there. And then you're looking at about 50 minutes. So from here on out. So just keep that in mind. Uh, this, I love this side of 50. It's, well, it's always good riding, always something to look at, and it's just nice area. Uh, up through here, there's nothing wrong with the roads. For the most part, they're not even really that rough or anything. Um, I mean, you run into stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? But they're good clean roads. Of course, they're it's not a heavily trafficked area, but it is a traffic. But it's not one of those like every day you're constantly meeting cars and stuff. Like it's, I don't know. There's people who travel, but you're not gonna run into them. I don't know how to, what I mean, put that on there. But yeah, this is just it's just beautiful country to ride. Always enjoy it. But yeah, the road itself is in really good shape. Uh, as far as the sides and ditch lines and stuff like that, this as we're starting out here, um, yeah, they're perfectly fine. Like I said, it was an actually really clean road, really clean ride and stuff. There wasn't even, I don't know, I don't remember even seeing a whole lot of debris and stuff like that. Right here, you got the 220 and 28 South kickoff there, and it'll go north. That's your southern route, and north there it'll kick off up here in Romney. So 28 will run with 50 all the way up to Romney up here. I think we're a couple miles out of Romney here, so probably about, I don't know, 8 to 10 ish miles outside of Romney. But yeah, this, like, there's, let's see. I think it's right through here, or yeah, you ride in this valley. This valley is absolutely gorgeous. You just ride up through here, and it obviously turns and stuff like that, but it's just gorgeous to me. I think right, in the fall of the year, early fall of the year, when the leaves are starting to turn and stuff, that'd be a gorgeous ride up through there. But that's just me. But as far as the actual riding goes, I don't know if you're going to get much better on, as in, every aspect of a ride. 50's got it all. It really does. It's hard to pass that kind of stuff there up. But yeah, I mean, you got pretty good views right there. Always enjoy it. Always enjoy it. So hopefully, everybody's riding season this year it has been going pretty good there. I don't know how many uh, miles everybody's getting putting on their bikes this summer. Uh, oh, right here, I slowed this down. This is how fast things can happen. That truck up there was turning off, and he'd stopped. You know, the car behind him. I don't know if you can see it yet. Uh, he literally almost took him out. He slid for about 20 feet. I, with the naked eye, seen him go fishtail. By the time I get up here, like you can see me slowly heading to the white line because I seen it happen a mile away, and uh, he slid fishtailed, got it straightened up right behind him. But if you look real close, while that truck is sitting there, I never did see a blinker. Whether that blinker turned off when from him sitting there waiting on vehicles, but you just don't know what happened there. But that's why you need to pay attention, because like you seen the black marks right there. He slid 20 feet, fishtailed, straightened it up, and went on the outside of him. But that I don't know if that truck even knew it was happening because he just sat there. That truck never moved the whole time. I'm like, dude, like he could have pulled up another 5 feet, give that driver some room. Was that driver flying? Come around that turn. You don't know what happened there, but like in those instances, both parties could have helped out the situation. You know what I mean? But once again, like I'm on neither side. But the fact of the matter is, I didn't see a turn signal on that truck, and he never moved. So take that however you want to. I thought this little place here was pretty cool. Had them old trains and stuff, and the cars sitting there. Then you know, obviously come into an absolutely gorgeous area. Come up here and you cross the river and everything else. Like it's a pretty nice area. But there's, like I said, um, there's no lack of stuff to look at. A person that's like doing some slow traveling could honestly stop and do a lot of sightseeing on this side of 50. I'd say once you get on the other side of Aurora, where I ended the first video, uh, there's plenty of stuff on 50 to keep a person busy. Like if you want to make a weekend out of this, uh, I've actually done that, but I went all the way out to Harper's Ferry, and like I've rode 50 out and 50 back for a large portion, but we had planned to do that so we could go here there, so but yeah, this is Romney, this town of Romney. This is one of those towns that I don't know. I really like. It's I don't know. It's got its own little charm, I guess. Uh, but there's plenty of stuff to do. Like it. I don't. I could be wrong. Like this is Romney, but like as you go through this town and you drive a couple more miles up the road here, like then you hit. I think it's so called Romney. It might be another little town, but I'm almost certain it's Romney, you know. But it has all the let me look. Yeah, yeah, it is. I just don't understand. Trying to look something up here real quick. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, I would just assume. But yeah, you got your small town uh, feel on this side, like your little main street, and shacks on both sides, and then you go right up the road here, and uh, there's everything. It's like the middle of a big city or whatever. So I'm still looking for something. It's crazy. But yeah, that little area right there, which I can be completely wrong. That's why I'm looking this up. Uh, I've always called that Romney, and I'm still guessing it's Romney because I can't find anything else going on there. If you know, comment, because like it goes from that into this, and then I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking in the. Maybe the big city thing appears Shanks. I don't know. You would think I would know that. But anyways, there's plenty of places there to stop, eat gas, and do whatever you need to do. By the way, there's several other towns and stuff to stop for gas or whatever, but that one there is going to be your biggest area with chain restaurants and things like that. So that would be your best bet if you were into that. So just keep that in mind. Plus, you probably have to go back to that area there to do any veering off. You can veer off and go other places, but yeah, that there Romney there, you take 28 north up to Springfield and go on up to Fort Ashby and eventually get to Cumberland. But I would just, if I was going, north, I'd probably just ride all the way back past Burlington there, where we made that hard right turn on 50 and go to Kaiser. That'd be your fastest and best bet, probably best road wise too, because like that Kaiser and Western Port's all right there, and that's good riding. So I'm just giving you a heads up on the once you get to the VA line on 50, you're probably going to have to backtrack at least half an hour, 45 minutes to about an hour to get back to where you're going. But I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying you can always take a road somewhere. You know what I mean? But right up here, 50 veers off to the right. I cannot remember. I was trying to think. There's several of these on 50. Yeah, you got a left hand. It kind of comes out of nowhere, but it is what it is. It's pretty easy. I mean, you just kind of stay straight there. But if you were going the other way, that might sneak up on you. What was that? 29. I'm almost positive that's where 29. Yeah, that's where 29 goes north there. Now, if you were to go out here to the end of 50 and want to go, not want to ride all the way back, uh, because you're not horribly far out of Capon Bridge here, Capon Bridge, whatever. But you could use that 29 North there, ride it up and hit me like 127, and I think that's 127. No, that's 29. Just stay on 29, and that'd run you all the way up into Paw Paw, and then you can go back, head east back into Cumberland out of Paw Paw. And that would make a really good circle ride, really. So that was one of the routes where, you know, you can ride out of there. Now, if you go, because everything else, you either got to go into Winchester or take a smaller route, like a road that's probably not going to be great. You know what I mean? So, but there's not a huge problem with that either. Um, two, I think it's, yeah, 259. As soon as you get into Virginia, there on the, it's just a couple miles. If you just stay straight there, 259 cuts off to the right hand side there, and you can take it all the way down to Wardensville. And in Wardensville, there, you can jump on 48, and now that was a pretty nice little ride there. That's what I did, and I just rode 48 and the new quarter H and stuff back, which I don't classify as 4 lane because it's absolutely gorgeous. There's plenty of stuff to look at on that road. I can tell you that right now. That's probably one of the most beautiful 4 lanes in the on the East Coast there. I mean, you get out west and you have that kind of stuff, but out here you don't. I've never really seen anything that like that. But my gosh, you get up there and start riding out them. There's some beautiful stuff out through there. So just to let you know, it's awesome. I mean, I'm not a huge 4 lane guy whatsoever, but that's one that you got to at least hit once, maybe even twice, because that's there ain't nothing wrong with it, I can tell you that. Plus you can run pretty good. The road's all in really good shape, and you got great views, you know what I mean. You can make a lot of time coming out of the mountains up there. So most of this here, I usually try to just fast forward to the trees and stuff, and I'm pretty sure, other than maybe like 2-3 minutes, every part of this is in the videos. The only thing I would delete is where I was, checking my cameras, for like 30 seconds it takes me to check my cameras. Delete that kind of stuff for stoplights. So, it's not like I was doing a whole lot of other, you know what I mean? I think this is the big mountain here. I was trying to think if this was the one that, I mean, it was just absolutely gorgeous all the way down that, but I was pretty sure we were already across that. I was trying to, yeah, no, we're already across that. It's just really good riding out through here. I think it opens up right up here. Now I'm going to tell you right now, the major thing on this section of 50, pretty much all the way. I'd say before Romney, I would actually, of course, at any point in time you need to watch yourself. But I don't, as many bikes as on 50, you would think that people watch for them, but man, there was at least 5 times on this ride that I literally was at the yellow line with my hands on the brakes and the clutch because I wasn't sure if someone was pulling out in front of me or not. Um, the problem with 50 is you can get up to speed pretty quick and you don't realize it, and then there you are. You're running down the road 70 mile an hour in a 55 or a 45, and a guy's just trying to pull out of a road. But I would just stick around the speed limit, mostly because there's a lot of hidden short driveways on this road. So that's always worrisome to me. There was, I think, two big trucks, one dump truck. He almost got me, but we both seen each other, and he was pulling out of a little side road. But that's that kind of stuff you got to be wary of, man. That's scary, scary there. Because a bike versus a dump truck wouldn't fare well. I didn't that dump truck all up. But as you can see, I mean, it's just gorgeous riding. It really is. Yeah, I love it when it opens up like that and everything else. Now we're coming into the Capon Bridge right here. This is a cool little town. I've been here a couple times, both on rides for no other reason than to just be riding through here. That's just these roads. I don't know. I mean, of course, it's hard to tell when they were built, but they just lay out so weird. It's funny. That little pawn shop right there is pretty nice. I usually stop at those just to, I mean, tolls, whatever. You know what I mean? You might get a good deal. But this is really nice little town. I liked it. There's it has just about everything you would need. Also, I don't think there's any chain restaurants. I didn't see any. There might have been. I can't remember now. Sorry. Yeah, it's just fancy free riding right there. I don't know. Like I would rather the smaller towns like that. When I ride through them and stuff. Uh, if I need something, I usually will stop at them. Um, I'd rather stop there. What I mean, to support a small town and support like the mom and pops and stuff. I mean, if you can, what I mean. It's not like it's a huge deal. Sometimes you go into those places and like the mom and pops aren't you know it's just not feasible to do that. You know what I mean? So, but enough of that. Uh, yeah, we're getting ready to. We'll be in Virginia here in a second, but uh, I do ask for you guys to continue. I've talked about this several times. I need you to start commenting on the videos and let me know what you want to see and what you like and what you don't like. That'd be very helpful. I'm going to have some shirts and stuff made uh, just for giveaways. I'm not to the point where I'm selling shirts or anything like that. I'm not trying to make money off this. Uh, but I want to, people that comment, I'm going to have a couple shirts made up, and, we get to a certain point or this or that, and I have a shirt giveaway. So, for those that want to comment or actually support the channel and stuff like that. But, that's coming up here pretty soon. I got to get a logo made. I got to get a logo made for my back patch. If anybody would have any ideas, you can also, send them to me. Comment them in the comments, or message me with that. But remember to like, share, and subscribe to but the biggest thing is commenting and letting me know about what you want to see. But you guys be safe out there, and I appreciate the ones who do watch, like, and share. So we thank you, everybody. Have a great, great ride.